YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. We have another beer from Steve. Another beer from Steve. This one is from Hearthstone. It is the Hearthstone Red Rye Ale. And you can see it kind of has the cactus glyph. The cactus glyph. So Red Rye Ale is 5% alcohol by volume, and it says back here that it's 24 SRM and 40 IBU. I gotta reach back here and grab my glass. I'm gonna be drinking tonight out of a Labatt Sterling glass because why not, right? Why not? Interesting. So they used hops from Washington apparently, the Yakima Valley hops. Okay. And yeah, and rye. Now I always find rye really adds to a beer. It really adds to the body of the beer. Adds that nice little spiciness. And whenever I drink a rye beer, I kind of want caraway seeds in it too, because I love me some caraway rye. Fuck you haters that don't like that. Rye is actually probably my favorite bread other than like maybe pumpernickel. Rye and pumpernickel and naan too. I actually like naan bread even though it's basically just a pita with a few other things added to it. But I like naan bread a lot too. Those are probably my three favorites. Rye, especially caraway rye. Oh, and raisin. I can't say I don't like raisin because that would be a lie. Oh man, that is a beautiful color. Look at that. That is, I don't think the camera's showing it off very well. I hope it is. There we go. It's a beautiful red. That is full on like ruby red. Nice off-white, almost mocha head. No sound at all from it though. So, yeah. If I had a bigger glass with more of a bowl, I'd try and create some more head with the swoosh method. But I don't, so we're not going to. Oh yeah. All I smell on this is the rye. I get that slightly, I get a slightly toasted scent on it, but also a slightly sour's not the word for it, but slightly maybe astringent smell, like caraway rye. You know how that has that slightly sour smell to it, almost a touch of vinegar. That's kind of what I'm getting off of this. It smells beautiful. I mean, it really does smell beautiful. And I guess it's time to give it a shot and see what we got, right? Give it a shot and see what we got. Cheers. That is very interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. That's nice. Medium to full body. It's on the higher end of the spectrum. Smooth, like I would expect from something with rye in it. I know all you beer writers. Oh my god, he said smooth. Fuck that guy. I'm never watching him again like I ever did to begin with. And fuck you guys too. Oh my god, he's reviewing beer on the spot. I can sit here and fucking think about it for days before I'm done writing my review. He's a fucking idiot. Again, nice, smooth, medium to full-bodied beer. Spiciness up at the forefront, just rye spiciness that continues all the way through till the end. Like, that spiciness is on the background too. There is a little bit of that resiny caffeine pill bitterness right on the back of my throat, right at the top of the back of the throat. Excuse me. There is a nice pear flavor in here too. Pear, honeydew, and apricot. Beautiful hoppy flavors back there. Pear, honeydew, apricot, and caffeine pill bitterness to round out that fruity sweetness. So a little bit spicy and sweet at the forefront. Then you drop the sweetness drops off and the spiciness goes through. Then you get the fruits, and the fruits sweeten it up again. And then that caffeine pill bitterness just surrounds the back of the throat, and up creeps the spiciness again, which mixes with that and cuts it a little bit. But the spiciness doesn't come back in for like 2 or 3 seconds after the caffeine bitterness. Basically, the caffeine bitterness hits its apex, and then that spiciness comes and drops it down a bit, and then they both kind of just sit there on the back of the palate for a few more seconds. I like this beer. It's not a spectacular beer, but I like it. I love the company, because anytime I saw these cans sitting on the shelf or in a fridge, I'd know what they were. I love them for that. They're simple designs, basically tell you all you need to know. This is the brew, this is the IBU, this is the SRM. If you care about knowing SRM, I don't really care. This is the ABV. I don't like that there is no ingredients list. That's the only thing I don't like on their cans. But that's perfectly fine. If you don't have to put it on in BC, you don't have to put it on in BC. It does say that I should be tasting black pepper, and I don't. I think that caffeine pill bitterness is probably what the black pepper's supposed to be, and I just don't think it comes out as black pepper for me. I like black pepper in my beers. There are a lot of beers that bring out black pepper that I really enjoy, and this one's just not bringing it. But I think that is what they're thinking it is it's that caffeine pill bitterness on the back of my throat. Their taste testers probably pick it up as black pepper, and that's just the way it is. Tasting is subjective to an extent, and it also is set up by your own paradigms. I don't want to say you're never wrong, but you're mostly never wrong. Like, if you're drinking this and you're like, oh, I taste orange candies and licorice. Yeah, you're probably wrong. But if you're like, oh, I don't get this caffeine pill bitterness back there. I get this, or I get that, or I get that. Yeah, you're probably right, because for you at least, and for a lot of people that have the same taste buds as you, we all have a different amount of receptors for each different taste on our tongues. So we all have different tastes, and that's the greatest thing about beer, and that's the greatest thing about these reviews. That's the greatest thing about life in general, is we're not all the same. And we don't have to be the same. We don't have to follow what everybody else likes. If you don't like it, that's fine. Let's talk about why you don't like it. That's the only thing I want to know. You can say you don't like something and it doesn't bother me. Oh, I hate Innocent Gun. Okay. Why do you hate Innocent Gun? Well, they all taste the same. Okay, have you had this one or this one? Well, no. Then you can't say they all taste the same. And you can say a lot of them taste very similar. You'd be 100% correct. This stuff, I can say it's not the best rye beer I've had, but I really like it, and I think that for the most part, I really like most rye beers that come out. I think I love the rye malt in a beer. Out of 10, excuse me, 7.25 out of 10. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. It's not anything spectacular, but I enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching. Au revoir, à bientôt. Thank you, Steve, for sending this. Bye-bye. Hearthstone Red Rye Ale.